Welcome to my channel, buddy. Welcome to my channel, and welcome to Vlogmas Day 23. So today I don't have too much to do, and I do have one recipe left to do. I think I'll save that for tomorrow because I need to wait as long as possible before I get into that. And right now I'm dropping off a couple of baskets, and I'm picking up a few things that I ran out of, such as breadcrumbs and grated cheese. And you know, if I want to get into Christmas dinner on the 25th, I have to buy those. You know, I got off to a really late start today, but I took my time because I knew I don't have that much going on right now. And so I, was out the door after 3. But I know it's going to, unfortunately, start to get dark in about a half hour or so, and probably start to snow, because as soon as the sun drops, the snow starts falling out of the sky. And so I don't mind that too much, but it makes driving very hairy and messy. But I still have to do these things. And I'm really focused on trying to de-stress today. I am right now in between 2 holiday events. One just passed, and my friends took off for overseas just the other day. Their event was very, very nice. I was nervous, admittedly, because there were a lot of people there that I was only meeting for the first time. But other than that, they were familiar with my parents, and so I was kind of cozy with them. But I was assisting to whip up some dishes, and it was a strange kitchen, guys. As silly as this sounds, I froze up, and I knew that I would probably break something or lose something or something horrible like that, because when I'm nervous, that's what happens. But it just so happens that cooking really relaxes me, and the people were wonderful. Of course, I didn't have to help, but everything was there ready for me to just throw in an extra hand. And it was all so relaxed, and they taught me how to make quite a few nice Christmas drinks, with or without alcohol, which is great to know. So maybe I'll show them to you tomorrow. Today I'm trying to fixate on de-stressing, and alcohol doesn't normally have a very good effect on that. So if you're trying to relax and relieve yourself of stress, please don't drink alcohol, because it just, I know for my sake, for my experience, usually stuff like beer or white wine, they just wire me, and they keep me wide awake. And so, well, actually, I've developed an allergy against beer. Every beer in the market except for Corona. So I stay away from beer. Unfortunately, it's the barley. It really does a number on my skin. And so, fortunately, not on the face. But, so, no alcohol at all. In this vlog. I don't want anybody out there to think that they're going to relax more with a drink. No, they won't. Probably it'll make you more tense and make you more jolly, and give you a hard time if you're trying to fall asleep. So I'll be dropping off the baskets, and I'll catch up with you later, probably after dark. to try to focus on things that relax me and calm me down. For this episode, I think what I'll start with is a little stroll through Home Depot, because home improvement and home improvement projects really relax me. I'm actually going to look at some prices for shutters, wooden shutters, and then I'm going to go home and measure, and I think I'll start with the dining room and then work my way into the den. And so, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Knowing that I'm just browsing and getting measurements and prices, it really relaxes me because nothing is written in stone. As a matter of fact, I've actually been digging up details and information for home improvement projects for months and months now. And I've filmed little clips here and there, and I've gone shopping at IKEA, all clips that I've neglected to show you, up until maybe now, a few of them, at least. I don't know what to decide. Wow, guys, wow. Doria is the sweetest, most courteous sales clerk that there probably exists in this city, and I should know because I shop a lot. But I did say that I don't mind spending a little more for quality and the right color, and they got me on both of those. Not only did they have all colors of the rainbow available in other swatches, but yeah, it's pricier. Normally, I would even take a walk, but it's so chilly that I think I'll skip it. And you know, sometimes just sitting down for a few minutes and not thinking of anything at all, especially not Christmas, is a great stress reliever for me. And sometimes I will just focus on something that is so happy and uplifting that I can't help but feel good afterwards and feel totally distracted from whatever I had been doing before. And some of that meditation includes trying to figure out some of the weirdest dreams I've ever had. And, you know, I have lately, all throughout Vlogmas, been dreaming absolutely strange and weird dreams about a long lost and almost forgotten friend that I used to have in my younger days. I met him while I was living at my old house in the neighborhood that I've been showing you off and on. And I don't know what it is or why that I dreamt about him off and on this month. I can't figure it out. Now, my friend and I did have a falling out. It was over something ridiculous that happened while I was on the road driving, and he was in the car with me and my friend. And she was totally floored at what he did too. And I'm not going to go into that. It was not worth it. But I ended up getting a traffic infraction. Of course, it was my fault and nobody else's. But that was what led to the falling out. And because he led me to believe that he had done this thing to me deliberately to get me into trouble with a patrol car that I hadn't seen. He knew what he was doing. He was so sneaky. But in a way, it was kind of funny. I think it was his morbid sense of humor, which I never could fully grasp. But I'd had it, you know. And so the end of our friendship never really sat that well with me. I felt bad about the way things, how things ended, but I couldn't handle somebody like that in my life. I still can't. And so I did a story time about him, and it was in a very early vlog that I did about my bikini wardrobe that I used to take with me at our old home abroad. And of course, my friend and I had a falling out at that time. We were already kaput by the time my parents and I moved into that home abroad. And so he was not part of that scenario at all. But I really missed him. I missed him because I know that he did enjoy the tropical heat and the beach. He was a real winter and snow person, but he did enjoy getting out and, being in the sun and in the ocean. And he was kind of a fun guy, but always, in the end, always at the expense of my feelings and at my inconvenience. And I could never let him see the light about that. In a way, I miss him a lot for all those, joking and taunting pranks that he pulled. But he was an all-around good guy. I know that he tried to please everybody around him, and sometimes that led him to a lot of stress. And so he eventually became a border. He used to cross the border as a truck driver, and I know that he began for the city where I live. He began delivering for places like Loblaws and Food City and things like that. And then eventually he got to do long distance hauls. And guys, it wasn't until long after that we had that falling out, many years after, that I found out online accidentally two things that shocked me about him. The first is that he tragically passed away at a young age, and he did have health problems. He had part of his intestines removed because of a motorcycle accident, and so he had a very delicate health. And he passed away, I found out on Facebook, and I was talking to his sons, and I found out it was a horrible feeling. I felt so guilty for not being able to be there when he really needed a friend. I also found out that he had been placed under arrest across the border for possession. No, that didn't shock me too much, but the fact that how he looked, he had become some sort of an out-of-control, undisciplined user of sorts. I can't bear to think that he ended up like that. And so all of these little dreams that I've been having, looking for him, or trying to talk to him, or trying to respond to his messages and letters, it's like a turmoil in my mind, almost a nightmarish feeling. Although some parts of these dreams are so idyllic and beautiful, the fact that he's not there and that I'm looking for him is really disturbing to me. I don't know why I need to find him. Him, of all people, who I had a severe falling out with. you know, I had such a nice afternoon, just chilling and not being in a rush to accomplish anything or not feeling anxious or nervous about anything. I have to admit that I'm pretty relieved that I've got most of December out of the way, and all those details that I was worried about they've all been taken care of. And you know, the event that I attended last week really stressed me out, even though it was so enjoyable. And I think now that that's, you know, gone and past, I can relax about it and not have to worry about, you know, undertaking any task that I may not be able to handle in front of a lot of people. When I went to that event, there were lots of people just sitting there watching all of us in the kitchen. And I felt like I was almost, you know, that I needed to put on some sort of a performance. But it was all very nice and very casual and so enjoyable. And so at Healthy Planet tonight, I picked up this wonderful looking mask that is based on aloe vera, and I love aloe vera. It's healed me of so many different things, inside and out, and so I think I'm going to apply it tonight. I prefer a mask made of substances rather than a sheet mask. I'm not crazy or fond of sheet masks. I prefer something like this, and I hope that I don't open it and find out that it's a sheet mask. And, you know, I don't know what I would do. It sort of feels like a little bit like a sheet. We'll have to see, I guess. Remember this? It's an item that I got in a Christmas basket last year, and I'm dying to try this out. I still haven't opened it, if you can see. And I know that I have another one, an older one, lying around somewhere. It's especially for under the eyes. So I've been told that these are not effective, but I think they are. I think that they're very relaxing. I don't think that they can be counted on as a beauty tool or anything like that, but I think that they are relaxing, and especially if you go around the areas where you feel that tension. With me, it's right here. Yeah. I think this will be very helpful after the mask, and so I'm going to do that tonight. And so I picked up the cutest little party wear, and if you can see, they have antlers or little leaves. They're so cute. They look like little leaves, and these are the spoons, and these are the knives. And I already bought 4 plain knives to use over the holidays for, you know, spreads and cheese and things like that. But these were so cute. I could not resist them, and so they were $4.50 each, which is a little steep for Dollarama. I also picked up the cutest little set for holiday foods, and I couldn't resist this one, guys. It's so pretty, and it goes with my tablecloth, you know, the dining room tablecloth, and it's like 2 pate knives, a regular knife, and a spatula. Perfect, just perfect for what, you know, people put out on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day in terms of snacks and hors d'oeuvres. So yeah, I'm pleased with my purchases, and I hope that you guys can find everything that you need for, you know, your holiday meals. And also, I make it tradition to always pick up a different design every year. I really don't use these, but they're so cute, and they kind of go with these, so yeah. And so now, guys, I am essentially just going to turn on the water for a nice warm bath, and I'm going to fill it with bubbles. And then I'm going to read a book or continue reading a book, and then have an early night, because I just feel like if I do anything else or stay up beyond my regular midnight bedtime, it's just not going to be good for my body, and then I won't be able to function by the time Christmas Eve and Christmas Day actually get here. And so I think, you know, I'm gonna just try to mellow right out tonight. So those are the windows that I am shopping for in terms of shutters. And although I did not get the precise pricing, I know that it would probably be around $10K to get these entire 3 walls done in here. Of course, I could start off with the den, and I think I will do that. It's a smaller window, and it won't be nearly as expensive. I think I pretty much may start out with that one. But I'm not sure that Home Depot is the right choice, because the wood, I didn't mind the white one or the beige one, but that other wooden dark wood would clash with the furniture that I have in the den and in here. And so I think I'm going to go with maybe shop around with another company, and we'll have to see what transpires from that. The cookies I made turned out much cuter last year, and that would probably be because I have had, you know, there's a couple of reasons. Number one, the decorations were not around this year. I don't know what has been going on. And number two, I should have simply just followed the standard procedure of decorating them after they come out of the oven and not before. And also, remember this, I can't do too much with it yet. My fine motor skills are pretty much affected by this, and so it's very uncomfortable for me to put pressure, and when I do, it doesn't feel right. It feels like it's almost, I don't know, it's a very, very uncomfortable feeling that when I put pressure there, I have to let go of whatever I'm touching. So that really made a difference in cookie making this year. And I think this is basically all I have for you tonight. I hope that you managed to get something out of that little story time I told you in the car today. Yeah, my dreams have been really weird, and I'm imagining that somebody up there has something to tell me, and I don't know what it is. I'm not sure if that's how I should decipher this dream, but yeah, it's pretty ongoing, and so I'm going to keep documenting whatever it is because it's so weird. And dreaming about him is really unsettling. He was the kind of person that made me feel cringe. I don't know what it was. I never did know what it was about him that made me want to cringe every now and then. So that's how I feel in these little dreams. I feel kind of afraid and confused, not knowing what's going on in the dream. So anyway, enough of that. I hope I don't dream again tonight because it's so unsettling. Thank you so much for listening and watching, and I will see you tomorrow. the 24th. Bye! So guys, I am going to show you how to make a holiday drink. But this one, even though it calls for champagne, I'm just going to leave the champagne out and probably throw in ginger ale or mineral water, or maybe both, or maybe mineral water and coconut water, something like that. But it calls for a Granny Smith apple and cranberries and of course champagne, which we're leaving out. And what you do is you just blend everything together, and voila, you have a wonderful, amazing drink. Let me show you. Cheers! Oh my goodness. I never knew something without any alcohol whatsoever could taste so good. Bye!